This is what my people should do and rise up and stop killing each other. Tell me if I'm lying. My people afraid of the white man. They do. They're afraid. He don't kill the white man. No. He killed the black man. Yes. For no reason. No reason. For no reason. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. One love. We all need to have one love so we can feel all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go any further, thank you for writing me all these letters. I'm glad someone is watching the show. So keep on writing me. And don't you stop writing me. I will not feel happy if you do not write to me. So continue writing and keep on watching the program. I said I speak about herbs and root and magical spells. I speak about the white men. I speak about the black men. And I also speak about the Bible. Because I see that my brothers and sisters caught up into the book you call the Bible. And we don't know if we are going or coming. We do not have food to eat. We do not have any land to plant grains. And we do not have a language. So that is bothering me a lot. Because when I see my people caught up in the book, you call the Bible so much, hey, they are the one that believe in the Jesus to a great extent. And the Jesus is not doing anything for our people. That's the Jesus. I know someone have those icons in their homes. Those icons that I show you, somebody have that in their home or in their living room. And they pray to it at night and during the day. And some of these people are sick, very sick. And they're going to the church and the minister is not getting them better by the power of his faith. So that should be telling you something. All he's doing is making money. He's just a money-making person. And that's why all these churches are non-profit organizations. You hear me? They're non-profit organizations. So what's happened? Hey, they make the money and they do not pay taxes. Why don't they pay taxes? Because they're a non-profit organization. They don't pay taxes on the donation that they receive. They do not pay taxes on the property that they own, that they build as a church. So all they need to do is read the book you call the Bible and do the same thing that the other people are doing. They drink alcohol, they smoke narcotics, they wife swapping, they gamble. 3/4 of those people do all what I'm saying. How do I know that? Because my father owned 3 churches. As a young boy, the deacon in the church, we had a 2-bedroom in the back of the church for members that arrive late or have problem. They can change their clothes or take a nap into that 2-bedroom. And that's where all the communion is. After communion time, the minister will give it, the wine, to the deacon, and the deacon will take it to that 2-bedroom house and they drink it, like 5-6 deacons. So my father stopped serving wine to the members because some of them get intoxicated. So I'm a living proof of what some of these ministers and deacons do. And also, they're homosexual. They are going with young boys. You could imagine they supposed to present God, as they're saying, on their Jesus, as they're saying, and they are homosexual, having sex with, I said having sex. It's not sex, it's sodomy. They are having sodomy with young boys. Young boys and young girls having sodomy with. Could you imagine that? Then they comes up and they read the Bible. And they do not read it the right way. They read it and they put their little thing to it. You know, they boost it up. You should not boost it up when you read it. Let's take a look at the Bible that all these so-called ministers and preachers are reading and see if we can understand what they're really all about. They call it the Holy Bible. I'm going to go to the first book of the Holy Bible, as they call it the Holy Bible. I said it's not holy. And the words that are written into the book is men's words. They are not any God. In the English language, the word God meant the giver of life. In the English language, the word Jesus is meant the founder of Christianity, or the founder of religion. That's what it meant. It doesn't mean anything else. So if you're saying Jesus is the Son of God, you're just wasting your time. So let me clarify that. The word Jesus, it's not found in none of the African language. And also in the Hebrew language, there is not a J into the Hebrew language on the word Jesus start with the letter J. The made up English by the white men been in existence about the 16th century. And also there was no J into the English language. Now we have J into the English language, and the Z have been changed to Z. Following me? So I gave you a basic understanding of the word Jesus. So let's take a look at the first book of the Bible, which you call the Holy Bible. Genesis chapter 1. Read. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And the earth was void and empty, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. So let's stop right there. See if you can understand. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And if you stop, there's no more creation right there. So if you look, there was no stars, and there was no earth, and there was no heaven, and God created those. And the Spirit of God moved over the water. See, the Spirit of God moved over the water. There is no creation of water there. So that means water was upon the face of the deep, or upon the face of the earth, before God created the heaven. But let's complete this first verse of the book of the Bible. Before God created the heaven on the earth, Where was God living? Huh? Where was God living before he created heaven and the earth? Because there was no heaven and there was no earth. I don't need to put a spin to it because you can read it with your own eyes. He said he created heaven and earth. And the Spirit of God moved over the water. There is no creation of water there. So when I tell people that the earth was not created and the earth was not formed and it was not made by anyone, it's bothered the mind of a lot of individuals because they cannot understand how comes the earth came in existence. It does not come in existence. It's been here from time and time. Can you count what I just said to you? The earth been here from time and time, and it will remain after time. Hello? The earth will remain after time. Life will cease from the earth, and the earth will sleep for a while until the earth wake itself up. As you know, mankind have all type of poison and all type of chemical to destroy every living creature upon the face of the earth. Men, boys, girls, bees, flies, ants, and they can do so. It is just a matter of time. But my question is, when this God is going to come to save mankind that have not done wrong to the earth and to God? When he is going to come to save the earth? This has been going on for many, many years. For many, many years this has been going on. For many years this has been going on. That God is going to come and save the earth. And all the sinners are going to be burned in fire. And many people can't see that. Before you was born, your father was speaking about that. That some God from some place is coming to save man. But where was this God before he created heaven and the earth? Let's move on to the third verse. And God said, "Be light made," and light was made. Now, that's what God said. God said, "Be light made," and light was made. Maybe your Bible doesn't read the way mine read, because you have the New King James Version, and I have the whole book of one of the first that have been made by the Catholics. And God saw the light that it was good. And he divided the light from the darkness. And he called the light day, on the darkness night. If you are scientifically smart, you will know that God did not create any darkness, or he did not create any light. Because the sun stands still into the element, and it's a ball of fire, or you can call it a ball of sulfur, that will burn for everlasting and cannot goes out. If you know about sulfur. The earth is moving around the sun, and the earth is in complete darkness until one part of the earth reflects into the sunlight. The absence of light, you know it will be darkness. So if you remove the sun from the element, the whole entire earth will still remain in darkness. So when California are in darkness, New York are in light, and we're still in the United States. When Florida and the Caribbean are in darkness, California is going on to light. So you see, the Bible is contradictory. As I said before, it is a symbolic book. And no one should base their mind upon the book, especially the black people. That's why we do not have food to eat, and we do not have any land to plant the grains, so we can have food for our people. And that's what I'm talking about. Black men is going to die one by one, because they are not seeking after planting grains so they can have food for them people. Do you know why those people are dying in Afghanistan today? They do not have any food. And the United States government is sustaining them with food. Before the war began, they've been sustaining them with food. About $150 million a year going in there. You guys didn't know about that because you have no basic knowledge of that. Now the war started, they have about $340 million worth of food and all this stuff going in there. And I have to be paying taxes. So my tax money is going for something that I'm not getting benefit from, because they are not my people. And people in my country is dying. You go to Ethiopia, people are dying for hunger. And white men live there. They're not dying for hunger. You go to Egypt, black people are dying for hunger. And white people live there. So what I'm saying, the plan of the white men is to get rid of every other people that does not agree with their plan. Because they have a thing you call the New World Order. See, the British already dominate the world. They went down into Africa, to the Caribbean, and they dominate the world many years ago. Now it's the time for the American government to do that, because on their $1 bill, they have their plan for many, many years. And it read on the $1 bill, Novus Ordum Socorum. That meant one world order or one world leader. And they must be the head of the one world order. You following me? So that's the plan of the United States. Many of the black leaders that call themselves leaders of the United States cannot see that. They are so-called leaders because they're not trying to help their people. All they're teaching the people about is this Jesus, and this Jesus is going to save them. And they're not telling the people that this icon is the white man family, and that icon represents the white people, not the man with the woolly head. I am the woolly people, but I have been mixed up by the white man, as you can see my complexion. But that doesn't make me to be a black man, my complexion. What makes me to be black is the wool. And no other man come above me. I am the mightiest of all men upon the face of the earth. I am the strongest. I am the powerfulest man. So when you walk down the street and see the black man, you better respect him, because he's the only man upon the face of the earth. When you see the black woman, you better respect the black woman, because she's the most grateful woman of all. She's the mother of all. The white men begin to tell you that. You never know that in the past. See, but I have that knowledge before the white men tell me anything. Because I know the black man came out of the herd, and every other man came from the black man. He have not been made by any God or any Jesus. He came out of the herd just like the beasts and all the birds and all the fishes. And if you continue to read this book that I'm about to show you here in Genesis, you will see that the God did not create any birds or any beasts of the field. The Bible said that God speaketh, and all these things come accordingly to their kind, male and female. So what I'm saying to my black men, we have to get out the book you call the Bible, because the preacher are not reading it in the right way, so you can understand. Because they're money-making guys. There are people that do all type of things behind the door. They are not truly righteous. They are not looking after the sick. They are not looking after the poor. They are taken from the poor. These people that is going to all these churches and congregations that gather there, they are not rich people. They are poor people, and the minister is taken from them. That's what the minister is doing. On Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, in the morning and in the afternoon, donations have been picked up for deacon, for ministers, and for maintenance of their building, which they call church. That church doesn't need to paint every day. What the United States government need to do is start, let these buildings be taxed, so they will not get away with all these things that they're doing. Every corner you turn, you see a church. You got about 4 million church in the United States. Over 4 million church in the United States. And half of those churches are owned by black people. Because they believe in this guy you call Jesus. And he's going to save them from all their sins. And he's going to come and take them to heaven, so they can walk on the street of gold, drink milk and honey for the rest of their life. So therefore, at this moment, they don't need to get any milk and honey, because they're waiting to go over yonder so they can walk on the street of gold. You see how clever the white man is? They are the one that wrote the book you call the Bible. This Bible have not been written by any black man. Which one of the black men you know wrote this book? Black men did not have any press to print and write on paper. Black men of the Western world did not learn to read and write. About 100 years ago, or maybe 90 years ago, black men can read and write. Black men could not read and write. They were not allowed to read and write by the white man. Hello? So for those of you that say you're educated and you're clergymen, you're just wasting your time, because you do not know anything about your great-great-great-grandfathers or the woolly men, because your mind is up on this nappy head Jesus, and he represents the white people. So that's why you see the white men walking down the street. Good morning, sir. Yes, master. And that's what you would do. Yes, master. No, master. And you see what? In the first place, why we have to bow down to the white man? You know why we bow to the white man? I'm going to repeat it again. We do not have any food. We don't have any food to eat. That's why we have to bow to the white man. The white men already know that. The man with the food is going to live as long as he can. And the one without food is going to die pretty soon. Common sense. So if all these so-called Christians and all these preachers get up and start to get the land from the white man, I buy the land from the white man. So we can plant grain, so we can have food for our people. All this bull crap would not be going on. The white man would not be tying you behind truck and dragging you down the street. Take that big baton stick and beat you upside the head and break your bones and throw you into the hospital, and then you make a little riot and burn the place down. And the place that you're burning down is for the white man. So it doesn't make any sense because they already insure it. So they get their money back from the insurance company. Following me? So you're not doing anything to hurt them. They are the one with the fire. They are the one with the gun. They are the one with the dynamite. And they are the one with the big stick. So what you going to do about it? You don't have no airplanes to bomb no place up. You don't have any ammunition to fight with. All you're doing is talking, ba 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 ba, and nothing comes out when you say anything. That guy that been doing his rapping songs. You're not saying anything when you talk. Nothing comes out because your mind is based upon this white man, and this white man is not doing anything for you. He's not. What is he doing? Huh? What this white man is doing for you? What this white man is doing? Nothing. And you're preaching, you're bowing down and praying to him. But what I'm saying, if we don't change,
this is what
things going to be bad.
Do and rise up.
So all I can say, you need to be good and continue to be good and watch this program. Don't you ever stop watching this program.
They do.
Because seeing is believing.
They're afraid.
So continue to watch this program. Okay? And never you forget about watching this program.
No reason for no reason. No reason for no reason. No reason. No reason at all. No reason at all. Tell me if I'm lying. You're not lying. My people, afraid of the white man. Always afraid of the white man.